this is Clarice Corinne, certified life coach and serial entrepreneur. Welcome to Writing with Clarice Corinne. Today we're going to be talking about accountability. Accountability is something that I am advocating for with everyone in my personal life as well as in my coaching experience, especially when one's actions causes a negative effect on another person's life. Okay, what I am a strong believer that no matter what is going on, you should always aim to be a positive in someone else's life, right? People already have enough going on without you coming into their world causing negativities, right? Bringing negativity, causing adverse situations. So let me tell you why accountability is so important. Picture someone trying to figure out how to get across a body of water. Now in this situation, and in all situations, water is representative of emotions, right? Because they flow and it's deep, and it's water represents emotion. So this person is trying to figure out how to get across this body of water, right? And you're there because they want to establish this emotional stability in relation to you. And so you're there telling them, hey, you can use this material to build the bridge you need to get over the body of water, right? The material is the foundation of trust, right? That you are trying to establish with that person. Every time they are in a situation with you, they'll use the material you gave them to build the bridge over the body of water, so they know that it's okay to trust you, that you won't have them plunging into the water beneath them into emotional chaos. Do you understand? And so you tell them, hey, you can use these materials, which is akin to you giving your word on a situation. Now, let's say you tell this person, you make a promise to a person for a future event that will be fulfilled in the future, right? Which is always possible. The person will have to live to see if your word holds true or not. So you make a promise, you give your word about something, and the person lives their life in accordance to the word you give, right? And as adults, we're making decisions all day, every day. We don't have time to pause and say, well, let me see what's going to happen in this situation. No, we have to make decisions in reality, in real time, based on the information that we have. And so you're giving me a promise about a future event, and I am making a decision based on that future event. And so the future event comes, it's now the present, and you break your word. That means the materials you gave me that you promised I could build this bridge and be safe and okay to get across this body of water with, they gave out. They were no good. And I'm plunging into the water. Now, the level of the promise, right? How big the promise is will decide how far down the drop is, okay? If you are trying to reestablish trust with this person, the water they're going to fall into is not going to be calm like a lake, like the water you see people skinny dipping in the movies. It's not going to be a nice, peaceful, serene body of water. That water is going to be rushing and crashing. The waves are going to be 10 feet high, and the person will be terrified to fall into that water. So you are giving them your word that materials you give them won't have them falling into the emotional turmoil that crashing water represents. You understand what I'm saying? And if that person isn't a person who has a good grasp on their emotions, or don't know healthy boundaries and healthy relationships, that water is always crashing. Okay, they're giving you a chance and they're terrified. And so the level of promise will determine the height, how far up they are on the bridge. So you're coming to this person, whether you have made a promise or broken a promise, coming to this person that does not have emotional stability, who's already fearful of taking your word on the building of this bridge to get them across these waters. Their bridge is going to be 100 feet high. So when you broke that promise, you had that person dropping down into 10 feet waves and from 100 feet high. In addition to hurting other people, you're putting yourself in danger. Some people, they don't take broken promises very well because of their life. Because every person you meet, they come with the experiences that make them. Some people are able to work through those experiences and heal them. Some people are not. So when you do something that hurts them, it triggers a response that tells them they need to protect themselves, right? You are angering someone. And depending on their past and the trauma that is in them that they have not healed, you could be putting yourself in danger. You can't predict how somebody is going to react. That's why it's just best to put your best foot forward and use the power of God in you for good instead of evil. Because as we all know, evil attracts evil. I just want to address that because I think people are really not keeping their word very lightly. And I don't appreciate seeing the effects of it from people who are already going through enough. We don't need extra negativity when there can be something done about it. When you can do your little small part by either keeping your mouth shut and not saying nothing because you know you a liar, or just being a man and a woman and stepping up to your word. Be a good example for the kids because they watching you. It's my little take on accountability, keeping your word, being a man, being a woman, showing up in this world and using the power that you have of God that lives in you. Has someone broken a promise to you and you're having a hard time getting through it? We can talk about it. As you can see, I'm very passionate about it, but it's because I'm connected to it. I understand the effect of a broken promise or someone that you're trying to build trust with or trying to rebuild trust with, not keeping that word and letting you down, allowing you to fall into that water. If you want to talk about it, you can contact me on my Instagram or through Facebook, Twitter, or on my website. Once again, this is Clarice Corinne.